You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm living life on the edge, bitch, I'm all about a chick. Money, power, and respect, this shit running through my flesh.
What's going on, y'all? Man, it's ManCodeTV. We back with another one. Man, we about to get right into this reaction, man. So, yo, let's not waste too much time. Let's get into it.
All right, sir, like I explained to you, you can't be in the park at night. You're just going to receive a simple ticket stating that you was in the park after hours. All right? Leave you to sign right on the end.
What am I signing over? Is it a charge or anything, or is it
Just a ticket.
All right, so basically, this guy and this girl were in a park after hours, after curfew, and policeman came up. You know, the police officer said, you know, like, you're after hours, man, in this park. You know, you guys are going to have to get out of here, man, but I am going to give you a citation. So right now he's giving this guy a citation for being in this park after hours.
And I have to sign it?
You can not sign it and go to jail. It's this one here. This one here.
So let me commend this young man right here that the police officer told him, you cannot sign a citation, but if you don't sign it, you will be taken to jail. He complied. Very cool, very calm, very collected. Signed the citation. Man, props to him for not escalating anything at this point.
All right, that's your license. Copy of citation. You have any questions? That's what it is. Come over here for me, man.
I mean, he took it on the chin. He was like, yo, I'm in the wrong. He looked at the citation. He said, yo, it is what it is, man. You know, I'll pay it, or maybe I'll try to fight it. But, you know, let me go ahead and get this ticket, man. Get it on out the way.
Can you come here, man? All right, so you're going to receive a ticket for being in the park after hours. All right? Just need to sign right here on the X.
But because we're out of, didn't you say we were out of time, so we wouldn't have known that?
Yeah, but that's not a valid reason why.
Okay, so the girlfriend or whoever this chick is with this dude, now she was told to come over by the policeman and to sign her citation because she's with them. They're both in the park after hours. And so now, instead of just signing this paper, man, and getting on about the night, she's coming with the questions. Hey, it's nothing wrong with asking questions or whatever, right? But we're going to see how this goes.
You should be in the park because you're from out of town.
And what's your badge number?
7452.
Let me stop the tape, okay? Now, kudos to my man right here for being cool and calm. But this chick, man, I don't know where he got this chick from, but man, he need to take her back where he got her from. Because when a police officer asks you to come over and he tells you you're getting a citation and you need to sign it, you don't then turn around and walk back to your car. How many times have we seen a person reach in a car and a police officer shoots the person? She didn't tell the officer what she was about to do. No warning. She just turns around and goes back into the car for whatever she's going to get. Now, in an officer's mind, she could have a gun, a knife, some sort of weapon that she's going back to get. So, honestly, if I was an officer, man, I would not have let her go back to the car. I'd have been like, ma'am, you cannot do that. But this officer did not do that. He was being nice. So let's see if his kindness was reciprocated. Now, mind you, had that guy done this, went back to the car, and just reached in there for something, trust me, this would have went a whole lot different. Just trust me.
And what's your name?
Officer Brooks.
What's your first name?
I'm not gonna give you my first name.
Now she comes back with this phone. Now she comes with the questions. Now, mind you, the officer already asked her to sign this citation for being in this park after hours. Now she just totally ignored that request, and now she's back with her phone asking him questions. Asking him what his badge number is and what his name is. It's nothing wrong with asking those questions. But when an officer asks you a question or directs you to do something, you need to engage with that particular question and not go do what you want to do and then come back with your own agenda. That's just out of pocket.
Okay, and I don't have to sign this, right?
You do have to sign it.
And she just insinuates, I don't have to sign this, right? Like she's basically telling him, oh, I ain't got to sign this. And he's like, no, you do got to sign it. And I actually went and looked in Georgia law. And I went and looked on a law firm's website. And it said that under Georgia law, that an officer can request for you to sign a citation or a ticket, and you do have to sign it, or you can be taken into custody, back to jail. So that's in Georgia law, Georgia state law, and this is where they are. They're in Atlanta, Georgia.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, like I explained to him, if you don't sign it, then you're going to be physically taken to jail.
Gotcha.
So
now he told her just now, if you don't sign it, you can be physically taken to jail. She said, gotcha. Not even looking at him. She's looking at her phone, typing whatever she's typing. But she said, gotcha. She acknowledged what he said.
you refusing to sign?
What's your name?
He asked her a question. Are you refusing to sign? She ignored it. She said, what's your name?
Officer Brooks.
Mind you, this is the second time that he said my name is Officer Brooks.
7452.
And he gave her his badge number. 7452, I think that's what he said. Now look at my man right here. He looking like, yo, what is she doing? Honestly, like I did hear people say, man, he should have told her to just sign the paper like he did. But she's a grown woman. She got the instructions from the officer just like he did. So in my mind, he don't necessarily have to say nothing. He could, but in my mind, he doesn't. She's a grown woman. So he took instructions. Why can't she?
What's the badge number?
And she asked the badge number again. This man has said it like 2 or 3 times. If you didn't get it the first 2 or 3 times, man, I wouldn't be giving it to you again. She asked, what's your badge number? He already gave it to you. And he gave you his name.
I gave it to you 2 times, man.
Okay, I'm asking again.
And I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
Are you going to sign it?
No, because I want your badge number.
That's fine.
And he asked her, are you going to sign it? This is like the 3rd time he asked her. And he told her, if you don't sign the citation, you will be taken to jail. And she said, no, I want your name and badge number. He's already told you like 3 times. You're not a child, you're a grown-up, man. Okay? Now, before we move further, man, a lot of women think that they don't have to yield to authority. And she's being very flippant to the police officer, something which I would never do, and I don't tell anybody else to do it either. You have to yield to authority. I know that. It seems like a lot of modern women in America today don't understand you have to yield to authority. A police officer is an authority figure. Like, yes, you can know your rights, but at the same time, an officer of the law is an authority figure. You know, they're here to protect and serve. No matter what you feel about, I don't like police officers, I do like them, blah, 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 they're still an authority figure in our society.
You want to put your hands behind your back for me?
She got.
Hey, listen, my man. She said she's not signing it. Put your hands behind your back.
Sir,
Ma'am.
you're hurting me.
Okay. I'm asking you to put your hands behind your back.
See, at this point, you've already forfeited basically your time to be able to sign whatever that citation was, where you could have went home and then you could have possibly fought the case after or paid the fine. And now the initiation of being arrested is basically underway. You basically already forfeited your right to get out of it just by signing the paper. So now it's time to be arrested. I mean, this is pretty straightforward, man. Pretty straightforward. Nothing crazy about this stop.
Sir?
Put your hands behind your back. Stop me, man.
Sir.
Ma'am.
Okay, and then let's get into it. All right, fellas. When you're with a woman like this that doesn't want to listen, I'm sure she has not been listening to this dude, if that's his girl or whatever. And she's obviously not used to being told that she has to do something, right? So now we got an altercation. Now, fellas, when you with a woman like this that don't listen, you can get put into a compromising position. So she's basically being handcuffed and she's resisting. Now, my man was like, he said something like, well, do you have to grab her like that or whatever? See, she's putting him in a compromising position. If you're with a woman that has any sense, she would not put you in a position like this. That's why you have to be careful about the type of women that you hang around and the company that you keep.
Put your hand behind your back.
Come on.
I need you to back up.
I'm just saying, like,
I need you to back up.
Now, see the compromised position that he's in? Now, as a man, you automatically go into a protector mindset. So he's like, well, what are you doing, officer? You know, he's basically trying to kind of quell the situation. But at this point, she's already under arrest. So the officer is just making his arrest. But see, as a man, you're in a compromised position when you're with a woman like this that does not want to yield to authority, which is now the police officer. So now the man is kind of like, what should I do? I'll give it up to him. He is keeping his calm, because in a situation like this, the situation could be big time escalated. But right now, everything is cool.
You don't need to touch her like that.
She's not putting her hands behind her back.
I'm asking a question. All I'm doing is
Put your
asking.
hands behind your back.
But see, she keeps saying I'm asking. There's no more asking. We passed that stage already. The cop said, sign the paper or you're going to have to go to jail. He told her that like 2 or 3 times. He gave her plenty of chances. There's no more asking questions now. All that time for asking questions could have came when she was looking in her phone, tapping and tapping and tapping and tip-tapping, trying to put in his name and badge number when she still didn't get it. And so people know, usually the cop's badge number and name is already on the citation or ticket that you're going to get. You don't necessarily even have to ask. You can. It's your right to ask. You can ask. But normally it's going to be on the ticket.
Put your hands behind
Mr.
you. You're
Brooks.
under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
See, now, when women like this are seeing that they're going to have to bow or yield to authority, now here comes the respectfulness because she knows it's real now. But see, she was very disrespectful to the officer the whole time. But now she knows she's about to get arrested. Now here comes the Mr. Brooks. There was no Mr. Brooks in the initial interaction. It was a bunch of, you not gonna tell me what to do. I'm not signing this. You can't make me sign. What's your name? What's your badge number? We was getting a lot of sassiness, a lot of attitude. But now you're about to be arrested and you know you can't really get out of it. Now it's Mr. Brooks. Now it's, please grant me mercy and grace. But no, that's not how the law works.
You to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing it.
But, sir,
Put your hands
I'm
behind your back.
asking you a question.
Okay? I'm letting you know. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm going.
See, and when you dealing with the law is the law. They're not going to play with you. They're not going to care that you a woman. He's trying to still talk to her, but let her know that you're being arrested. Put your hands behind your back. But see, just because you're a woman, that does not mean that an officer is going to treat you any differently than they do a man. Okay? So it's time to get arrested. All that talking is over with.
Forcibly put your hands behind your back.
But, sir, Mr. Brooks, is this really...
Now, once again, now it's Mr. Brooks. You see, faced with being arrested, faced with consequences, now we're getting a whole different attitude. See what we've said about women usually act up when they don't have any consequences to face. But now she's being faced with consequences. Now it's a whole different demeanor.
necessary? Mr. Brooks.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, my
She
man.
needs to
Back
put,
up.
she needs to put her, let her,
Can
let
I-
her phone. Let her
Okay, you
put
can
her
put your phone down.
Okay,
Let her put-
Mr. Brooks.
Now see, the guy is still in a compromised position. He's still keeping his cool, man. I gotta give him a lot of props for that, man. That's what a man's supposed to do. In a situation like this, you keep your cool. You don't fly off the handle and get emotional. You leave that for the woman. That's what this chick is doing. She's emotional now. She's like, oh my God. She's panicking because she didn't want to listen to the instructions that were given to her earlier in the interaction.
Oh
Come
my
on, sir.
God.
Hold on.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not saying that I'm refusing to sign the ticket. I'm going to sign the ticket.
You don't have an option now.
Because but I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks.
See, now she wants to sign a ticket. Nah. Too late. You're under arrest. Ain't no more options to sign a ticket. When you wanted to play, you wanted to smoke, now you about to get the smoke.
I'm going to sign the ticket. I'm going to sign the ticket.
No, I'm not here to play games with you.
I know, but I'm going to...
And see how your man said, I'm not here to play games with you. This man he has a job to do. He's a grown man and he's doing his job. He's a civil servant. You're not about to play with somebody that's on their job. He not just messing with you just because. His job description is telling him what he has to do. And you're trying to make his job harder than it's supposed to be. When you could have just signed the citation and been on about your way. But no. She got to be belligerent. She got to be sassy. Be in defiance of instruction and law. So this is what you get.
Put your hands behind your back.
Mr. Brooks, I'm going to sign
Put your hands behind your back.
Why am I
You're actively resisting.
I'm asking you, why am I putting my hands behind my back?
Now see, you're actively resisting. That's a charge. Resisting arrest. Let's see what other charges I can think of that failing to comply. That's another charge. What's another charge that she probably gonna get hit with? Obstruction of justice, maybe. I'm gonna say that's a third one.
I'm going
under arrest.
I'm going to sign the ticket, but why am I under arrest? Why am I under arrest? I'm going to sign the ticket. I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks.
That's all it is.
I'm going to sign the ticket.
I asked you to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing.
I'm going to sign the ticket now, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign.
But see, you can't play with a police officer. He asked you to sign the ticket earlier. You said no. He gave you 3 chances. You said no each time. So you're saying, I don't want to sign a ticket. Yes, I will let you take me to jail. That's basically what she did. So now the officer is doing what she instructed him to do. So now you're getting arrested. You're going to jail.
That's an option now.
Why don't I have the option,
I
Mr.
gave
Brooks?
you 2 options.
She was asking for your badge number.
I'm asking for your badge number, and I wasn't clear on why you weren't giving me your badge number.
Sir, you do not have to tell her like that.
Oh my God, sir, Mr. Brooks, I'm telling you that I'm going to sign the
Put your
ticket.
hands behind your back.
I'm going to sign.
And he's told her like how many times? Like a jillion times to put your hands behind your back, and she's still resisting arrest. All you have to do in this instance, stand up like she was, just put one hand behind the other, behind your back. They gonna put the cuffs on you, and that's it. That's it. It ain't gotta be all of this fighting. But see, she's got this situation escalated for no reason. And the guy is kind of just in a no-win situation. The guy that came with her, he's just kind of standing there. Now, I think he does have his phone in his hand, so he's trying to like tape it. But he's really in a no-win situation.
The ticket, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. Why am I being arrested? Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested? Oh my God! I'm so scared. My God, please, in the name of Jesus, please, God, in the name. Why am I
Now we calling for Jesus. Yo, Jesus ain't got nothing to do with it, baby.
being arrested, Mr. Brooks? I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks.
If you really wanted to follow Jesus's example, you would have complied.
Why am I being arrested? Why am I being arrested? I don't understand why I'm being arrested. Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested?
Turn around and put your hands behind
You
your
tell
back.
me why I'm being arrested. I have the right. I have the right to know.
And she's asking him, why is she being arrested? He already told you why. See how when you don't listen and you're trying to be flippant and you're being belligerent, he told you if you don't sign the citation, you can be taken to jail. He told her that multiple times. And now she's on the ground talking about, why am I being arrested? Some modern women, man, don't listen. And now when the heat gets turned up, now we are scared. Now we're screaming and crying.
Oh my God.
Put your hands behind your back and stop resisting.
And let me give a shout out to my man, Officer Brooks, bro. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you for doing your job, man. You don't get no pushback from me. You doing exactly what you're supposed to do by the book. It's up to a police officer's discretion whether he wants to give you a ticket or not. Sometimes they could just be like, hey, you know, you guys need to leave the park. Leave it at that. Sometimes they might want to give you a ticket, a citation. It's up to the police officer. But everything up until this point is definitely seems like it's by the book.
Stop resisting.
What are you taking her for?
I didn't take it.
Why are you blowing it out?
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Come on, sir. This is unnecessary. What are you doing? This is over. This over.
Still resisting arrest. If she would just lay on the ground at this point and put both hands behind her back, it would be over with. But now we got the crying, the emotional side. It's just out of control. And it didn't even have to get to this point.
Why am I being arrested?
Just put your hands behind your back.
I don't understand why I'm being arrested. That's why I'm not putting my hands behind my back. You have not given me a reason.
He already told you the reason, ma'am. Do we need to go back into the tape? Come on, man. This woman is acting like a child. This is a grown woman. Look how she looking. What kind of example is this to other women or just other people that get arrested? To young people. This how you act when you're clearly in the wrong, but yet you still act like a child when you were supposed to be a grown woman acting like a teenager.
So why am I getting arrested? I'm not finna get, you haven't told me my rights or told me why I'm being arrested. That's exactly why I'm not. What if my hands are on that gun?
And I actually did a little bit more looking, and from what I'm able to see in this particular situation, the dude does not have to read her Miranda rights. You know, I don't know if it's like a Georgia thing or whatever, but I just looked, and from what I can tell in this particular situation, the officer is not required to read her Miranda rights before she's arrested.
Oh my God!
Yeah, give me your hands.
Now, if I'm wrong, man, somebody let me know in the comments. Now we got screaming, crying. I mean, come on, man. It does not have to be all of this. If you just comply, this will be over with. It would have been over with if she would have just signed a freaking citation like the guy did that she came with. Mind you, the guy has been chill the whole time. He's been very chill. To me, that's very masculine because, like I said, he's holding his frame. He's asking questions. He is showing concern for the girl he's with, but he's not going above and beyond acting crazy. He's not like trying to grab the police officer. He's not trying to fight the police officer. He's keeping it cool, man, while staying a safe distance away from what's going on.
Oh my God! I don't understand why I'm not being arrested.
All the crying, all the emotions still coming out. Why? Why? When you could have just complied.
I don't understand. Please, sir, you have not told me why I'm being arrested, and that's why I have not put my hands behind my back. You have not told me, or you have not read me my rights or anything, and you're steady doing this to me. I don't understand. Can you please just tell me why I'm being arrested? That's all I'm asking.
I just told you.
Why? Why
You
am I
refused to sign the
I
ticket.
did not. I told you I was going to sign the ticket.
See, exactly. He told you refused to sign the ticket. And under Georgia state law, if an officer gives you a citation or ticket and he tells you to sign it and you don't, you can be taken to jail.
Ticket, Mr. Brooks. I told you I was going to sign the ticket. Can I please sign the ticket?
Put your hands behind your back.
I don't understand.
Put your hands behind your back,
I'm
man.
telling you, I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks. I will sign the ticket, please.
Ma'am, put your hands behind your back.
Why you? I don't understand.
Put your hands.
And see, once this is going and you're in the process of being arrested, you can't reverse it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, I'm going to do what I want to do until I see the consequences. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to be arrested. Okay, I'll sign it. Like, nah, at this point, nah. nah. So let this be a lesson, man, to anybody. Don't play with no police officer, man. Yo, if he tell you got to do some sign, whatever, man, yo, sign it. Fight the case later, man. If it's a ticket you don't think you should have got, man, sign the ticket. Either pay it or go to court. Fight the ticket. Get you a lawyer, man. But in this particular instance, all this fighting and stuff, man, it's just pointless.
Hands behind your back.
You're handling me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please, God, please.
Now, this woman out here looking foolish. Like a damn fool. Who want to make themselves look like this, man? But yo, man, she brought it on herself, man. So yo, now she out here looking like a damn fool.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're hurting me. You are hurting me.
Okay, put your hands behind your back.
I told you I'm not putting my hands. You have not told me or read me my rights. You have not done any of that. You're not telling me why I'm going to jail. Please, God.
Put your hands behind your back.
Please, God. Please. Mr. Brooks, tell me why I'm being arrested. Ow. You're hurting me. You are hurting me.
Stop resisting.
I'm trying to tell you, what? Ouch! You are, Mr. Brooks, you are hurting my arm.
Okay, it looks like he's called for backup. I heard him call for backup at some point during the interaction. So now they got more officers to go ahead and put this lady in handcuffs, acting a freaking fool. What, man, yo, man, she gonna learn this lesson, man. Hopefully this lesson teaches her, man, that, yo, you might be able to play with people just in the regular society, you know what I'm saying, out in public, but you ain't gonna play with no police officer. Like, that's one place you're not gonna play with the law.
Please, God, I'm being arrested.
Y'all hurting me. Serious distance, don't now move.
Oh my God!
Code 4063.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Now they got to call more police officers for this crazy woman. When she could have complied, signed the freaking citation, and this would have been over, 20 minutes ago. But because you want to act bad, thinking you above the law, thinking you above any kind of authority figures, then this is where we at.
That was unnecessary.
Oh my God!
You can record from over here.
Oh my God!
What's your name, officer? What's your name, sir? Officer Taylor. Officer Taylor.
All right, sit up.
Where y'all taking her?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Please, God!
Get in the car.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Sit up and get in the car.
Oh my God!
Park stove.
Ouch! Oh my God!
Go ahead and search her before I put her in.
Man, stand up. Stand up. Turn around.
I was one that's too.
You got any weapons on you? Any knives, anything like that?
No!
You sure? Alright.
Oh my God!
Pure ridiculousness, man. Man, y'all better be vetting these women y'all with, man, because you'll end up in some nonsense like this for no reason. No reason.
Put your feet inside.
Oh my God! Can I have my phone?
All right, we're going to stop it right here, man. This is basically over. Did you see that part at the end? All the crying, the sniveling, the yelling, the screaming. But you see, she sure did sober up real quick from all that asking about her phone. You see how these women so addicted to their phones? All that crying, and then right before he closed the door, all that stopped. Can I have my phone? Hold on, I'm going to run it back. Then we going to end this.
Oh my God! Can I have my phone?
Did y'all see that, bro? Man, I'm done, man. I ain't playing with these women, man. You see how they be playing these games? But see, you not going to play no games with no police officer. The law ain't nothing to play with. You might play with these dudes out here in these streets, but you're not going to play with no police officer. And like I told somebody else, yo, if these women, they don't get, if they don't get any consequences in the regular world, you know what I'm saying, just moving around, at some point, you're going to have to get your consequences, whether it be with the law or whatever. But it's going to come a time in your life where you're going to have to yield to some authority and you're going to have to follow some rules and regulations. You're not just going to be able to be out here acting crazy, doing whatever you want to do. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me what to do, blah, blah. Okay. Eventually your time is going to come. And today was her day. You know, so that's really it. But like I said, man, fellas, see what choosing to be around the wrong type of woman can get you? It's not a game, man. Y'all gotta vet these women properly. Whether it's gonna be your girlfriend, your wife, even if it's just a chick that you kicking it with. Dealing with the wrong type of woman can get you killed out here. This man could have got killed. Real talk. Because of how she was acting, the police officer, you know, having to do what he got to do with her, grabbing her, making sure that she gets arrested and subdued. What if that dude didn't keep his cool? What if he was like, hey man, don't grab her like that, and he tried to grab the officer? Now him and the officer are in a tussle and they fighting. Officer pull out a gun, bam, bam, bam. He shoot her and him. Or what if when the woman went to the car to get her phone, the police officer would have pulled out his gun and shot the lady? Man, this could have went left in all types of freaking different situations. This could have went left in all type of ways, man. Lucky, man. This is really lucky that everybody was cool. Well, everybody was cool except the chick, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, man, yo, y'all leave a comment on this video. This is a real controversial video. Well, it's not controversial. They tried to make it controversial because they only released a little piece of the video. Then today they released the whole thing, so everybody got to see the entire interaction. All right. But anyway, man, leave a comment, man. Yo, sub to the channel, man. Like the video. And I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Yo, stay on code. You ain't got to get on code, man. I'm gone.